everyone, it's Emma. I'm back with another video for GCSE chemistry, and today we're going to look at another year 10 topic or part of the topic, which is ions. So when you spell ions, as in the way I'm referring to it, it's I-O-N-S, ions, not like iron the metal. That's a different spelling. So by the end of the video, hopefully you will know how to identify an ion. So ions is more than one. Ion, without the S, is just one. Okay. Now, when we've gone on about the periodic table, finally got one. Don't even need it in this video, but still, I've got it for next time. I speak about elements, right? Now, elements are neutral. They have no charge. Do you remember we've been speaking about protons having a positive charge, electrons having a negative charge? And I've also taught you that protons and electrons are equal. So if you've got 4 protons, you've got 4 electrons. Lithium has 3 protons, it has 3 electrons. So because it has 3 positive things and 3 negative things, it's neutral. And that's elements. Elements are neutral. Ions are not. So the way we define what's an ion is it's a charged particle. An element is a neutral particle. And I think you should think of it that all elements start out in life as they don't have a charge, they're neutral. They have the same number of protons, same number of electrons, but they're not all of them are happy like this. And it's because of the electronic structure. We've already done that, where you can fit up to 2 electrons in the first shell and 8 in the rest. Now, unless an element has a full outer shell, they're not happy. They're not stable, is what we call it. So they try to get rid of or steal electrons. For example, if I look at lithium, Li, that's the element lithium. I can see that because there's no positive or negative charge in it. If there was, there would be like a little sign to show me that it was positive or negative. So this is lithium starting out in life, but it's not very stable at all, because lithium, if you can remember, has 2 electrons in the first shell and 1 in the second shell. Now, lithium is devastated about this. It does not want that spare electron. It wants a full outer shell. Now, there's 2 options lithium could do. It could get rid of this 1, or steal or get 7 from somewhere else. And that's quite difficult. Everything will always pick the easy life. The easy life here is to get rid of that 1. So lithium can or will get rid of one of its negative electrons. If you get rid of some of your negativity, do you become a more negative or positive person? Well, I've stopped being bitter. I've stopped being negative. I'm more positive. So lithium, if it gets rid of one of its negative things, it becomes positive by 1. 1 plus or plus 1. And that is an ion. How can you tell it's an ion? Because it's got a charge on it. I can see the charge. We don't really write 1. It's like I wouldn't write 1 lithium like that. But if you can see a positive or a negative, like a plus or a minus, near the chemical symbol, it's an ion. An ion is a charged particle. In your exam, you'll know it's charged because it's either got the positive or the negative next to it. Lithium will only ever have a positive next to it because it will get rid of 1 electron. Let's look at something else. I want to pick a small one, or get rid of this. Fluorine. Chemical symbol for fluorine. Is it F? I think it's just F. It's not FL. So fluorine. Let me just double check. It's a 9. It's a 9 at the bottom. So fluorine on the periodic table has a 9. If it's got a 9 at the bottom, it means it's got 9 protons and 9 electrons, because they're the same. So fluorine, if it owns 9, it's going to put 2 in the first shell. And how many in the second? If it's got 9, it's used 2. It's got 7 left. So fluorine actually ends up with the opposite issue to lithium. It's got 7. It is desperate for a full outer shell to be stable. At the moment, it's very unstable. So it can either try, like in the options are to get rid of 7, but it can't just drop them on the floor, or to gain 1. The easy option is to gain 1. So fluorine, it might come up to lithium, and it might steal an electron. It will steal. So if you steal, you're thought of as a negative person. Fluorine steals, it becomes a negative ion. It's stolen 1 electron because it only needs 1. So it becomes F minus. Now on the back of this periodic table, not mine though, because I didn't get it printed properly, but in your exam, there is actually an ions table on the other side of the periodic table. And it will show you, it'll have a list of positive ions. You'll know they're positive because you've got a plus on them. And it will have a list of negative ions. So the positive ions, like lithium, Li+, they have given away 1 or more of their negative electrons. Fluorine, which is a negative ion, has done the opposite. It has stolen some negative electrons. It's got more negative in it now. So it becomes a negative ion. So this video, I just want you to come away with the fact that ions, they're charged particles. And hopefully you can understand why they're charged, and it's because the electrons have changed. If you've looked at my other videos, I told you that the number of protons never ever changes, but the electrons do, and that's because the elements all want full outer shells. So this is how they do it. And that's it for today's video. Hopefully all of that made sense to you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.